Hello there again. You know, I've been thinking, so I guess I'm just thinking today. Excuse me. I've been listening to all this stuff that's going on. I made a video yesterday, I guess it was, and that day before, where I was talking about the ACLU and an ad they got on TV and about things that's going on. And I listen. These people are all talking about their rights, their liberty, their freedom of speech, their right to an abortion, their right to health somehow. I forget how they put it, but it don't really matter because, it really isn't any of the government's business. The government got all involved in all this stuff. Oh, they got that, whatever they call it, the Affordable Care Act that they passed. They got that, whatever they called that, Obamacare. Stuff like that. And really, if you get to looking at the Constitution, you get to looking what the government, federal government is, you get to looking what the state's government is supposed to be, but isn't anymore, you get a different look at things. Now, so I don't usually get off onto religious topics or that, but I'm going to get on one today because I was just thinking. I told you, I believe in God and Jesus Christ, and I love them fellers. But that thing in the Constitution, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all mankind are created equal. It says men in there, but nowadays people have corrupted that men, which meant mankind, into some kind of sexist thing. Mankind are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now you get into that Constitution, and you go through all the stuff that's down through there, Article 1, section, Article 2, section. You get down to that First Amendment onto the Constitution of the United States of America that them fellas put in there. And it's got that thing about religion. You can go read it for yourself. It's got that thing about free speech, free of the press. Now, that's where all the trouble nowadays is coming from, it seems like. You got that Second Amendment that everybody keeps talking about. Oh, we're going to pass this, assault weapons. Nobody knows a howitzer is an assault weapon. They talk about all this kind of stuff down here. Keep this Second Amendment right up there in the face of the public where you see it. Oh, we're talking about it all the time. We got to do this. We got to do that. Well, that's a criminal problem. But this other thing back here that we're talking about, these rights and freedom of speech and everything, that is a we the people government problem. And them people sitting back there that got themselves elected out of them two gangs, the Democrats and the Republicans, they're right up there with the Crips and the Bloods, or the 82nd Street this and whatever the other. And you can probably go back and see some correlations with old Al Capone and some of them guys. Okay? But them rights that they're talking about, liberty, people being all equal, The government's got no business messing with a woman or a man's sexual pre-derelictions or whatever you want to call it. It's not in the government venue. It's not in the Supreme Court's court. It's not in the president's business. The president is supposed to be enforcing laws that were passed by Congress and okayed by SCOTUS. He ain't supposed to be out here doing all this other crap they got him doing. No, Joe Biden is not Emperor Joe. He's not King Biden. He is the president. He's the lowly town sheriff when you get right down to it. Now, so that abortion thing, now I don't care whether you want to put it in as freedom. We got liberty, we got life, we got pursuit of happiness, and we got that other thing back up in there, that everybody's created equal and endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. A woman having an abortion is her choice. It is a religious choice because her beliefs, her personal beliefs about all this kind of stuff, is her religion, her personal religion. I don't care what it is. I don't care. She might go to the Catholic Church, she might go to the Presbyterian, she might go to the Mormon Church, any of them. Now, if they don't like what she does, they can excommunicate her, kick her out the door afterwards. But they can't tell her she can't have it. The government's got no right to do that. You go back in there, you want to get into Christianity? I don't know about so much about Islam, but Christianity. It was God that gave people their agency to act and choose in all instances. Doesn't matter whether they're a rich person, poor person, a bum, a slave, whatever. Doesn't matter. They got the right to choose. And everybody else got the right to protect themselves and their families and their neighborhood from criminals. See? Now the government isn't supposed to be messing with sexual preference. LGBTQ plus things got nothing to do with the government. That's personal choice for individuals. If there are crimes being committed, if there's kidnapping, or, well, a big one is this, taking kids and people and putting them in these forced camps, trying to force them to change from being homosexual boys or lesbian girls. Man, no, the government's got no business doing that. And if you get right down to it, under any form of Christianity, the people in the church don't have the right. They better start reading their Gospels. See, so there's a lot of things going on that aren't right. Freedom of speech, books in libraries, in school libraries and that. Well, if you get into the Christianity side of it, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and all this other stuff, you're supposed to teach your children by the time they're old enough to be accountable for their own actions, which is about 8, 9, 10 years old. And when they're starting to become adults at 12, 13, and 14, they should know pretty much how to take care of themselves out in public and in common society. That's the parents' responsibility. Or if the certain social services and that want to take it over and put them in foster homes and things like that, they are responsible to see that they're taught how to protect themselves. So if they read a book that's not good. I don't know. It's been a long time since I picked up any books that I didn't think were just comical or just, well, that's life. That's them people. I don't care about none of this stuff. They got that, them things where boys are kissing boys and stuff like that, and girls are kissing girls. That's freedom of choice of life, and the parents or the neighborhood society or whatever is supposed to teach them about that before they're old enough to be tempted by it. That's why it shouldn't be in the schools. The school is a government body. It's got no business getting involved in religion, sexual preference, things like that. Okay? Well, I run out. This is getting too long. I get too winded. I'll talk to you again, but it's an interesting topic. Think, study, read, learn, critically think. Have a good day, and may God bless you.